Welcome, if you dare, to the Brothers of the Unknown. I am the thing that goes bump in the night. Usually because I tripped over a Lego, but let's stay on brand here. Tonight, we're going out of this world, literally. We'll be talking about aliens, UFOs, and whether those little green guys ever call ahead or just probe you without so much as a howdy do. Your host this evening will be Mr. B and Mr. K. One of them thinks a tinfoil hat is a fashion statement, and the other is currently being abducted by the conversation. They'll be explaining, questioning, and let's be honest, heavily harassing the supernatural until it files a restraining order. So sit back, relax, and ignore the scratching coming from under your bed. It's probably just me looking for the remote. Gentlemen, try not to get us sued by the Greys.
All right. Well, thank you there, Boogity. Hopefully, we don't get any lawsuits here soon.
Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence there, bud.
Yeah. So, Mr. K, got a question.
What's your question?
Do you think there is such a thing in this vast universe that we have that there is intelligent life elsewhere?
Intelligent life? Not so sure about. Just because I haven't seen it. But, I'm not totally against the idea that it's out there. Now, if you're talking about, like, seeing a majestic space whale or something, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, I've never really heard of space whales. That might be another episode we might have to follow into.
Well, we did say we're talking about extraterrestrial life here, so...
True. All right, so you don't think that that there's no possible way anywhere at all that there's life somewhere else?
Well, I'm not against it. Honestly, if it did exist and their species was like super smart to traverse space and they found our little blue planet out of the abyss, I would assume it wouldn't take too long to like say they would not want to visit here, but that's just my personal opinion.
Well, I don't blame you. I mean, realistically, if I had anywhere to go, I don't know if I would show up here either.
I mean, I guess if I was a carbon-based life form and depended on water, this would be great. But to share it with the neighbors, not so much.
Especially when your neighbors are from Florida.
No, I
kidding.
shouldn't say that. People are great, but I don't know. Some areas are worse than others.
That's for sure. So I want to say that there probably is life somewhere else. And, if you think about it, there's a lot of things that we cannot explain that happens, periodically. We catch on video, come on, we're, talking about the supernatural and paranormal. There's got to be, possibilities out there, right?
Yeah, I've seen many a blurry, shiny image flying in space, so... Is that a airplane that's just blurred out? Is it a UFO? Or is it government new technology that they haven't announced yet,
Right. So, by any chance, have you ever heard of the Phoenix Lights? I think it's called
the Phoenix Lights. Oh yeah, those like triangle lights that flew over Phoenix.
Yeah, way back when, I think 90s, maybe 80s. I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have heard of that one.
Right. So like, obviously, if it wasn't military. Let's just say it wasn't the military, right? And we just had this formation of lights flying over Phoenix, right? Like, you kind of have to assume, okay, they have to have the technology to get here, right?
Of course.
Why would they want to come here?
I got a different theory. Maybe they've been here. Maybe they've been just like stranded or something, and they're, hidden amongst us, and they still have their intelligence, and they built some things, and the things we see aren't made for interstellar travel just yet. Maybe just like close range stuff that's very high tech.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta admit, like, some of the tech that we've invented just in the last 50, 60, 70 years is just crazy to think that, prior to that, I mean, you had like not a whole lot. I mean,
you had bikes just turning into airplanes, and now we got stealth bombers.
Right. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy how tech kind of went from just the basics, let's just say even in like the early 1900s, where like we were just kind of wondering, okay, hey, how are we turning on the fucking lights? A new invention just happened, electricity, and then all of a sudden
we had the wagon wheel forever, and finally somebody reinvented it a couple times, so now here we are.
Right. And it kind of just spurs on the question is, what if something happened, back in the 40s and the 50s where, the whole Roswell situation, and maybe we did get a spaceship, and then now the tech that we're seeing nowadays is reverse engineered, from this, crashed spaceship and whatnot. I mean, it wouldn't be too far of a far-fetched ideal, right?
Well, I'm a big firm believer on movie magic. You have a movie that makes something popular. Take cell phones, for example. We watch Star Trek or Star Wars. You have a little CGI character of hologram, or radio phone calls before it was big, and now we have those things. We have pocket computers, it's not like you have a Pip-Boy attached to your wrist, but it does the job.
Well, I mean, if you did get the collector's version of, I think it was 4 or 3, one of the two, you actually got one. You just put your phone in it.
yeah, but it was still your phone. You just had a Pip-Boy phone holder. Check
that was on your arm.
Watch out.
Oh man, look at that.
You have a Hellboy arm now.
Right. Oh, that's funny. But no, the just to think though, like, I mean, we can't be alone, right? I mean, we can't be the only one in like these trillions and trillions and trillions of, planets that are in this universe that just so happen to form life, right?
Well, let me throw this theory at you.
Okay.
The way life went, people are always looking for the missing link. People have theories on aliens, came here and got stranded and mixed with the species, and now we have humans. We went from Neanderthals to us, in a sense.
So in other words, you're not necessarily proposing that they're out there, they're more here.
Yes, like they were out there. Maybe they were explorers, and something happened they got nailed by an asteroid that they didn't measure correctly, and their ship was damaged, and they had to find a habitable planet, and they ended up here. And instead of trying to rebuild with their equivalent of sticks and stones.
Mm.
Now they just have a higher technology and can rule the world.
I mean, that actually kind of reminds me of, I can't remember what the name of the movie is, but it sounds very much like a movie that I saw maybe 10, 15 years ago, where that we weren't the initial inhabitants of Earth. We were just visitors that just so happened to replace the inhabitants.
Right.
Yeah.
So who's to say that, we came from, or they're out there still,
Mm-hmm.
living amongst us, or we did what we did naturally, and certain weird stuff just happens.
Right. Well, I mean, you also got to think too. I mean, there's also theories that the spaceships, well, I guess technically not spaceships, but they're more of ships in general that come out of the water, and that there's maybe a colony or civilization in the water that's where they're coming from, and they're able to fly and wherever they needed to go, and it's just a superior race of human or alien human, maybe.
Right. I mean, if they have the technology and they knew the hostility they were dealing with and they made a higher decision, I guess, why not?
Right. I mean, because it isn't like the whole aspect of knowing and cataloging life on Earth is vastly, undiscovered is the oceans itself.
Right.
Right. Maybe there's a reason.
And who's to say that our governments probably don't know about them and help cover them up and, say, hey, don't fish here because protected wildlife rules and laws. Right. Our penguins are dying.
Something like that. I mean, I would have to say that'd be a fantastic cover, like they do know and they're sharing tech with us, and they're like, hey, you could stay here, try to keep it low key, you could be in the oceans all you want, just try not to make a spectacle of yourself.
Yeah. I could only imagine the high technologies that a race like that could produce, and people with their idiotic ideals of world dominations, if they got their hands on technology of that stature, would it be good for anybody?
I'd probably say no.
Heck yeah. So I don't know, there's quite a bit to peel back on this one, because I don't know, the whole idea of aliens, or how they're integrated, or how they may have started, or if they're still out there, are we remnants of something they left behind, or like the gray people. We could maybe speculate on what was the other kinds. There's the tall ones, the grays,
the reptiles,
Martians. There's supposedly aliens on Mars that live under the surface of the Earth, or I guess you could call it Earth, but it's the surface of Mars.
Right. I know what you meant.
And they still have a colonized and are living kind of like ants in colonies and that sort of thing, because they don't have an atmosphere, or a thin atmosphere, and that's just how they operate now. There's nothing to see on the surface.
Have you heard of the theory that the moon is hollow?
Yes, I have. The theory that the moon could be like a interstellar space station.
Yeah, that might actually house the aliens.
They landed on the moon and they said it rang like a bell, so there's maybe some truth to that.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly how the theory goes, but I mean, you never know. I mean, like you look at the moon and I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant to the information out there or what. But like, it doesn't seem like the craters are that deep. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet in the sky, or a half a mile and off the surface, or whatever.
You look at the planet Earth and you can't spot the Grand Canyon, so.
I mean, that is true. That is true. I mean,
but maybe the moon is just made out of cheese, and it just happens to be a airy Swiss.
A very dusty cheese.
That's not dust, it's mold.
Yeah, no, I mean it's but it is very interesting in the sense that I don't think that there's any possible way that we are literally the only living, breathing, intelligent beings out here in the universe. I mean, there's just no way that it can be the case.
Right. I don't know. When the day comes where I see a space whale swim on by, then I'll be asking the heavy questions. But until then, I like to speculate.
You're right.
So,
right.
I mean, the time it takes for something to travel, unless they have faster than light travel or use some form of wormholes. And I would think even like a Stargate would need to be involved, because like if you could open a wormhole, I feel like it would be very, very random where you would come out at, unless you were that smart with the math.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to be like spot on exactly where you need to be. It's just close enough, I mean, realistically, if you have tech for wormholes, I'm assuming you probably have faster than light, or if not close to fast as light, travel. So I mean, it'd only take a matter of maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years if you're just outside of the solar system.
Right. I don't know. There's also talk about like, what do they call it? Sub-universal travel, where you kind of blip out of space and time and travel through the ether and pop back into reality. I don't know.
Sounds like something that Bigfoot does.
Some Doctor Strange. Let me spin a circle real quick and step through.
Yeah, right behind a tree conveniently. From your point of view, just walks right behind a tree and what the fuck? Where the hell did he go?
Where'd he go? He wasn't even big enough to hide behind that sapling. He just walked through it.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's. I'll have to say that's exactly how it happens.
Some magic, movie magic, where a bus goes in front of somebody real quick and they're gone.
Poof, see ya, goodbye.
Was I hallucinating, or did I see what I saw?
And it's usually the creepy people that's staring at you that does that.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was an alien and I got spotted where I wasn't supposed to be spotted, and I was kind of like deers in a headlight, what do you do? Oh crap, they seen me. Now you don't. Well, look over there. What? Oh, where'd that guy go?
Poof, see ya.
And throw some ninja smoke down.
Exactly. So
men in black. Look at the bright light. Where am I at? Who am I? Why am I here?
So I got a question. If there is life out there and they just so happen to be on their way, what do you think that they would want the most?
Resources.
Okay.
I mean, in a survival standpoint, if you're traversing space and you find a like habitable planet, why not stop and refresh your oxygen and resupply on water or anything like that? So, but then again, if you were a higher race, and maybe you had a galactic law. I know Star Trek kind of has a really good theory where they're not allowed to mess with the world at the stage they are. So if they're in their tribal evolutionary standpoint, they have to hide their spaceship and their technology and keep mingling or try not to mingle with the life on the planet and study from afar, and they're just not supposed to interact at all.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, in a very utopian, happy-go-lucky style of thinking. I mean, realistically, if you have a race coming in, I mean, you're going to have one that's either going to be, hey, here's your tech, welcome to the universe.
I think about it in a sense, if I'm out exploring and I have a law that I'm not supposed to mingle or dabble to affect how their way of being changes, who's to say that you don't get spotted out of the random? You're over the ocean, nobody's supposed to be here, and you're like, oh shit, there's a Navy vessel down there, and I just got spotted because now there's a fighter chasing me. And now I gotta hit light speed and say, fuck you, thanks for blowing my cover. I gotta go over to Africa now, even though I thought I got a good spot here.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest with you, I mean, if they did show up, I'm assuming that it's going to be one of two things. It's a welcoming party, hey, congratulations, you finally made it to the level of being here on the universe stage. Or they're going to be one of those people or races or whatever that's going to try to enslave us or take our resources without our permission.
Well, there's theories on that. Some Egyptian theories where aliens came and used their smarts and their technologies to perhaps portray themselves as gods. The whole Atlantis theory is kind of wrapped into that. Right. Maybe they had a hierarchy where the human race were the subclass and gods were the aliens with all the tech, and eventually must have been overthrown and a war hashed out, and the city was obliterated or sank or whatever the case may be. Maybe it was the top of a UFO that just happened to be sitting on the planet, and they were like, nope, fuck this shit, it's getting too hot in this boiler, let's pull the ripcord and get the fuck out of here.
See ya.
Now all we have are stories.
Right. I mean, we got to do an episode on that, actually. I'm trying to remember the name of the ancient race that supposedly came here and, started civilization, essentially. It's going to come to me in the middle of the night. I promise you it will.
It keeps me up awake. It's not Boogie's fault. He's going to be mad about that one.
Yeah. Actually, Boogie, if you could, maybe put a little note in there saying, hey, it's this. I think this is what you're looking for.
Right. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely all for life being out there and respectfully staying at bay, or maybe they have been around and have dabbled with other planetary life and learned hard lessons to not screw with things, because the natural order of things needs to be felt out and learned the hard way.
Right. And it's really funny, actually. It kind of reminds me of this what do they call it, audio drama. Have you ever heard of the YouTube channel Dust?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It's a really good. It's very much in the vein of science fiction and stuff like that, fan made stuff. It's really good. but they did a audio drama on, I think it's like season 3, and it's called Chrysalis. And dude, it's like one of my favorite audio dramas out there, and it's pretty good. If you guys that are listening like sci-fi stories, go check that out. It's fantastic. But
Nice.
essentially the human race is wiped out a long time ago, and in the current story, it was like 1,000 or so years ago, right? And literally the only thing that was left is the ruins and just skeletal remains like strewed about the whole earth, right? Because this alien race came in and wiped us all out, right? And the only thing that was left is last AI. And it's kind of funny, actually. But the AI essentially...
Oh, that's a different Terminator story if I ever heard one.
Well, what it is it was a person who was uploaded to these servers, transcended to a higher being, essentially, and he has the ability to communicate with electronics, essentially, because he's AI. I don't know how that works, but it just does in the story. But it's really good. But he takes revenge on for humanity, because he used to be one or a human. It's a really good, really, really good. And if you like epic space battles, that is one you need to listen to.
Interesting.
But,
I mean, is it? It's no War of the Worlds or when Mars attacks kind of situation. Is that what you're touching on?
No, it's actually like literally all of humanity is just wiped out. It is no longer in existence. Like the last thing that is
Day.
yeah, like The Last of Us is literally an AI like chat bot that decided, hey, you know what? I want to do revenge, damn it. They killed my makers. Right. But no, it's really good, really good. I'm extremely oversimplifying the whole thing, but it is fantastic.
Might have to give our take on an SCP that comes to mind.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I would assume that it is probably realistically it's not going to be another alien species, race, whatever, that's going to show up and just hand us a bunch of free shit. I think realistically, I mean, if we're the way we are, that we take what we want and we try not to ask too many questions as a way of life here, on this earth, I can only imagine it's probably the same thing, elsewhere,
right.
And it just so happens to be
know.
That it's not necessarily, hey, I want your land over there. No, it's more like, I want that planet over there.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I gotta think of it in a intelligence standpoint. If you're smart enough to traverse space on a scale like that, who's stopping you from terraforming any planet you want?
Right. Exactly.
We could go harass the Earthlings, or we can just park it on Venus and change the weather and make it work.
But why would you go to a planet that you need to do so much work when it's so much easier just to take what they have? If it's conducive.
Is it? Because I, as the human race, are coming to find out that we're a very greedy bunch, and we have the mentality of, if we can't have it, you can't have it either, and we probably turn the planet to glass. So
probably, you
know, if you gotta take us out, you're turning the planet to glass, and if we can't win, we're turning the planet to glass. So unless you're a being that can handle radioactiveness for the next couple hundred years, probably not worth a fight to pick.
I mean, that is true. That is true. Like, I could see us doing that, you know, if we're faced with either they blow us up or we blow ourselves up and they don't get what we have. I mean, I guess.
You know, hey, let's build a spaceship. We're going to colonize the moon. Well, the Earth takes a couple hundred years to cool off.
All right.
Now fight us. You want this block of cheese? You can have the dark side of the moon.
All right.
See what you did? We're all fucking sad.
Now we're all stuck on the fucking moon. How about that? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, we're definitely gonna have to bring up more of these topics because I know we can talk a whole bunch about just stuff about aliens and whatnot.
Well, I figured, you know, if you're still sticking around for this episode, leave us a comment. If you like us, give us a share. You know, if you have any feedback for some of this stuff, you know, tell us what your thoughts are, because, you know, I'm always curious to hear in other people's views on extraterrestrial life and what they may or may not do.
Yeah, and also, don't forget to find us over on Facebook and obviously here on YouTube where you're watching us right now. And yeah, like what he said, leave the comments and hopefully pass it along to some of your friends and maybe someone who likes the paranormal, sci-fi, alien, conspiracy theory talk.
Yeah, and possibly we might stay better on track with the conversation, but there's a lot to be hashed out with this topic, I guess.
Oh yeah. I know that the one thing that I can't remember, but Boogie will remember for me. He will be making an episode of that for sure.
Heck yeah, and I'm sure it's gonna tie in with future episodes, your many worlds situation.
Yep.
I'm sure there's gonna be some divergence there.
For sure. Well, I guess with that said, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and hopefully I see you in the next one.
Yep, I'm Mr. K, that's Mr. B, and don't forget to stay weird.
Well, it seems our two hosts have successfully avoided another tractor beam for one more night. I'm retreating back into the space behind the drywall. I've got a feeling something with too many eyes is staring at the house, and I'm not in the mood to be a part of the Galactic Exchange program. Oh, and before I forget, the alien race Mr. B was looking for was the Anunnaki. Apparently, they were the ones he thought were responsible for everything from ancient pyramids to why his favorite cow growing up disappeared. I've been your boogeyman. This has been the Brothers of the Unknown. Watch the skies, and if you see a silver disc hovering over your driveway, don't go out and wave. Just lock the door and pretend you're not home. Stay in the darkness with me. Wait, is that a cow floating past the window? Seriously?